Glad to have you with us from SB Ballard Stadium in Norfolk, home to the Old Dominion Monarchs. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Georgia Southern Eagles, taking on another team from the Sun Belt, the Old Dominion Monarchs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, Georgia Southern will kick it off to get things started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Old Dominion Monarchs offense will get the football first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
The Monarchs decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Boots, his first of the day away, was called on 4 times in the victory last week. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So Georgia Southern's offense will go to work for the first time today. And David, they've got a receiver that if he is able to command some extra attention, it could really help get this offense going.
Now, and you need that playmaker out wide. That guy makes the whole thing go, right? Having a guy, if you want to play man-to-man coverage, he's going to beat you. And he's shown the ability to do that sometimes for this offense.
Open field on the right. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. The Eagles headed quickly to the line. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. 4th and goal from the 5, and the offense is staying out there. A gutsy move by this ball club. Touchdown, Eagles! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Gonna run it. It's Roach. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They punted on their first drive of the game, and now they have to convert on 3rd down to avoid doing it again. Unloads it left. It's caught downfield. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Offense in a bunch formation. Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Brown. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. And the Monarchs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Got his man. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
The Monarchs come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the RPO, complete. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. Line getting set on 2nd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Monarchs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Now improvising. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Monarchs have taken it inside the 20. They'll go to the ground. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, still going. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. And the Monarchs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, ODU. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And he tacked on the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. And the Eagles want to pick up the tempo.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
College football, man, there's so much speed on the field now. Your safeties are smaller, they're quicker, they're faster, they're more versatile than ever. They can rush the passer. You can send them at any time. Great job by the free safety, getting to the quarterback, getting the big sack.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Dropping back, it's Gardner. Throws for the tight end. Finds a man on the left. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He's got it on the outside. Touchdown, Eagles! He got a step and just dusted the field.
And so many times the safeties tell the tape, and that's what QBs are studying and reading, and he drops back, and you could tell he sees his receiver coming from the right side, and he knows exactly where he's going to end up with that post, pushes the ball down the field for the big play, got the safety out of position, made the big touchdown throw.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And some room to work. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Motion from the wide receiver. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. The Monarchs will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Rides the back and leaves it. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. The Eagles in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
It's a draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. Scanning the field, it's Gardner. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Here's a heat. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Gives it on the option. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Finds a crease at the 20. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Old Dominion.
And that is a huge touchdown for the offense and also a big momentum shifter in this game because now if they kick the extra point, they tie this game, anything could happen.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Army has the lead right now. Feels like they've been on top since they parachuted the ball into Michie Stadium, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over Temple. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update. Breaks into the open. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Got a man. It's Dallas. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Georgia Southern in a hurry. Looking to throw, it's Gardner. Bringing the heat. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Kick is in the air. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. And the Monarchs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Caught close to the marker, it's Brown. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. The give to the tailback. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the ground with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. Makes a connection. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. The Monarchs are marching down the field. Handoff from the shotgun. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking for a gap. It's Key.
And, man, you got to like the swarm of this defense. You've got to get in the backfield, make some penetration, and realize the first guy's not going to always get that big sucker on the ground. Like, he's a big, strong dude. He's breaking tackles, but still swarming to the football, and this defense still gets a tackle for a loss.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Gardner. Here's the pressure. Going to try to get it himself. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Give to the back. Sweet cut there. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The give on the inside. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Wants to throw on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 15. They just barely saved themselves from giving up a score on the final play of the 3rd period, and will carry that one into the 4th. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today in Norfolk. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Ballard Stadium.
And the Monarchs will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think it's
Turning it on! Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And the Eagles racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll give it to him again. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. Looking for a man. It's Gardner. Pocket breaking down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
3rd and long situation. We're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. Takes it on the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read. He has the 1st and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Look out, he's got room. It's a fumble. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Tight end now in motion. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice game. The Monarchs will have it 1st and 10. Got his man in the middle. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. The offense knocking on the door. 1st and goal. A designed run for the quarterback. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 2nd and goal for the offense. Trying to power it in. Touchdown, Monarchs! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UConn is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Huskies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to New Mexico State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping it up. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. From the gun, running back gets to give. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Grabbed behind the line, it's Johnson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Gonna run it. It's Roach. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Breaks the tackle. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. Holds and fires complete to the right. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Back to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Johnson. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. On the ground. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the jet sweep.
2nd and goal, and the defense was not fooled. It looked like they knew exactly when that guy came in motion across the formation. They said he's getting the football. They played uphill, get the tackle for a loss, and force a 3rd down and goal situation.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And this one is perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Still on his feet. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Out of the gun, the inside give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. To throw, it's Gardner. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Georgia Southern in a hurry.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They go to the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. We've come to the end of the period. Old Dominion has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Off play action. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And the Monarchs will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Typically, at this spot on the field, you make a fair catch. I'd call that risk-aversive, but it is good field position. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
The Eagles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll run it from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. It'll be 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Gardner. Unloads to the wideout. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Quarterback run is part of their game plan.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. The Monarchs come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage going tempo.
Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll send the tight end in motion. Trying play action. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Throws toward the end zone. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Oh, and the attempt is no good. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Wide receiver going in motion. Used the play fake, now to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Gardner. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Give to the running back. Fighting off the defender.
This offense is in no hurry, right? Control the clock is priority number one. I'm going to run the football. I got the lead. I already got great field position, but I'm not interested in scoring right away. I got to make sure I watch that play clock tick down, maximize those seconds, and keep being physical with the run game.
Looking for a crease. It's Roach. He gets it inside the 20 to the 19, but they still have a ways to go, and it'll be fourth down. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It is true as he puts 3 on the board, and they'll push that lead out a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense, because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Behind the chains now on second and long. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass, it's Gardner. Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Georgia Southern in a hurry.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Got it behind the line. It's Johnson. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. And the Monarchs come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He did not make it. A stone wall on third down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of...
Breaks into the open. Running through contact. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Gardner. And the Eagles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. The Eagles moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. Sometimes you're just too open. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Looking to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Open space at the 25. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Tackled there by the defense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Monarchs really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. The ball is loose. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
One thing this defense prides themselves on is their preparation, and they knew coming into this game they were going to see option on 4th down. All 11 guys defensively are ready for it. The quarterback tries to keep it himself, but there is nowhere for him to go, and they turn it over on downs.
Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. They want to get this defense on its heels.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the 1st down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Tight end finds a soft spot. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold.
This offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. Looking to throw, it's Gardner. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curl route.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Wants to fire on second down. Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Under fire. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Pulls it in. It's Ware. He is stopped short of the line to gain. The fourth down try goes awry, and that might just do it. He will take a knee, and the defense can stop the clock one more time, but this one is just about in the books. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have, and man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence, and David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Yeah, everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them.